This is a redneck kind of job this season. On Highway Through Hell, oh my god, everybody get away. Oh, that's not good. Wow, holy crap. Carnage coming down, biggest fear, not making it home on the highway through hell. The last line of defense is a heavy rescue team ready to tackle any disaster because closure is not an option. Highway, mandatory, tire chain up went into effect an hour ago. Look at what you're causing down here. Look at that, that's your fault. See the post, see all three plows they cannot get through because you are here. Stop traffic can cost the economy tens of thousands of dollars a minute. During towings, Gord Boyd is trying to keep traffic moving. You get the guys who run that road every single day, you never worry about them. You never see them because they know what to do. Let's get your chains on. Hey, for arguing Paul, your blockchain chainsaw, chains on. But not everybody is that experienced. And those are the guys who run into problems. Yeah, it's not normally this cold this time of year. You have some of the worst weather conditions to deal with your wet snow and ice, and it's brutal, brutal environment. It's going to be a tough, tough winter for these guys. Keeping the hill clear of spun out semis is acquiring towing specialty just to get down there and get that bottle deck open. This guy doesn't have any chains on. I don't know why he tried to come up this hill without chains, but that was kind of foolish. Conditions getting worse, it iced over on everybody. Everybody's sliding all over the place there as darkness falls. Big Al Quiring works a stretch of road known as the Smasher Gasoline. It's fun for about the first 3 hours, and then you realize that you've got 6 more months of it. As Al backs down the highway's steepest hill to retrieve another truck officer off the run, you're going to get it. Spots a car smashed into the media, its occupants trapped on the most dangerous part of the hill. You got to take responsibilities. Bystanders make sure they're well out of the way. The trucks Al knows if they leave the car where it is, it will get hit. You never know what the situation is going to be. Can be a really tough, tough neighborhood to operate. Howie, too. To Coldwater at 11:35 p.m. Great with no sign of a break in the weather, turning into a Kyrie. Irwin. Heads up to join the battle. It's an adventure thing for me. There's adrenaline junkies. They get it from sport. I get it from work. I want to get to the law from there's about 1.5 kilometers back up. So it's probably a good 50 or 60 trucks in the lineup for a decade from his base in nearby Hope. Jamie Davis has been battling wrecks on the coast, but last season, Jamie's expansion, like the fist that God came down on it, forced him to make Howie lead driver in BC. He was the Golden Gloves champ. He was my hero, working with one truck, one guy, but this winter, Jamie's champ, a bill for half a second. I'm just going to check on my chains has changed teeny heems. He's working out of a city tow yard to be closer to family. We beg him to come back to work this season, but he wanted to be close to his horses and his farm. It was hard on my wife with me being that far away from home all the time. Sad that I laughed. I didn't want to leave, but other opportunities pop up. But the first storm of the season is hard to resist. And after a 2-hour drive into the mountains, there's more than enough work for everybody. We're going up to the next U-turn, past it back down to it, and then start pulling them up the hill. Here we go. Howie's first stranded trucker of the night has been stuck for half an hour. Contestant number 1, don't worry about it. I'll get you out of here. What's your name? Shannon? Howie. All right. Fly, man, release your brakes, just cover them with your foot. It'll be a one big wheelie, right to the level spot at the top, and then I'll let you go. Okay. There's a long night ahead, but Howie is just happy to be back, even for only a few hours. I'd rather be where the action is all the time. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'll miss it. It's the biggest hill around. It's the Wild Wild West, 750 miles north of the Coquihalla. Snow arrived more than 2 weeks ago. There's more work in Alberta. Could use 10 trucks or 100 trucks. It's so busy. Welcome to Siberia, boys. Just over a year ago, Heavy Rescue split the fleet, sending half of the trucks to the Alberta oil patch. And Jamie found more work than he could have imagined. Nice, decent, Jimmy? Decent. We're back. Jamie's gamble paid off so well. This year, he expanded south of the oil fields. Edmonton's 1 million+ people, and it's also the gateway to the north. He's built a new yard and dispatch center. Jamie's betting big on Alberta. I think the biggest challenge has been changed, We've changed a lot of staff. Some people left on good terms, some people didn't after leading the charge into Alberta. Jamie's friend and lead driver Adam Gazzola is no longer part of the family. I think it finally got to the point where he just either couldn't do it anymore or didn't want to do it. And that drove Adam back to BC to work for Competitor. You know what his dream was in Alberta. My dream was in Hope. It's strange to look in your mirror and see that different name on the door. It's definitely a weird feeling with Adam gone. Last year's rookie Colin, Let's Go Wreck Jamie's rotator, has just been told that this season he's running the big show. With him jumping into the rotator and trying to fill those boots. I need him to step up his game. I need him to be the guy he can be. It's Monday morning when Colin heads out to his first call of the season, after your van trailer. That's a ditch on Highway 31. Highway 831 feeds into the main highways to the oil fields. I'm definitely having to step into the shoes of the senior operator. Mia makes me nervous last season. Chad Harry is through to put your other line. Yeah, that chain. Thank you. Colin had Adam to keep him out of trouble, but guys like him are looking for somebody to tell them what to do today. Colin is on his own. Well, look what we got there. The semi hauling a load of pipeline. Parts lost control, slid sideways when the rear wheels caught the ditch, flipped for the sake of a quick recovery. Colin wants to flip the truck and trailer at the same time. If they were attached, it'd be nice because then I could bring the whole unit up together. But the odds of a quick cleanup are against him. This is the formerly attached with a tractor and hand trailer ripped apart. Colin will need to tow each piece separately. Send McKethrin, chop, 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 please. In Edmonton, Jamie dispatches rookie driver Jason with a second record head out and make some money. Buddy, let's go, love it, love it. Love it with backup on the wing, calling races to have the tractor ready for the tow. It should be a routine job. But the rotator is a little bit of a tricky piece of equipment. By no means am I an expert at operating the rotator. Unlike Jamie's other wreckers, the rotator has a revolving boom, making it a crane on wheels. Versatile but more complicated to operate. Chalks up his first win. What's going on here? But he can't go any further without his backup there. He is the second wrecker finally arrives, so if you want to back up to it, is on. Y. Collins just hit a big delay in his first recovery as lead driver. Son of a what happened? What happened? You guys don't drain their air tanks, all the water and moisture. The chips in the tank freezes, causes the chaos. He needs his backup driver to release the wreck tractor's air brakes and tow it off the highway. We'll have air brakes are locked up, the pain in the ass, without a way to release the brakes. The wrecker needs to tow from the other end to hook up, and tow from this position requires a complete shutdown of the highway. Yeah, I was a little pissed off, but whatever, you got to deal with it. I'm going to get my plan into play and shut it down and do what I have to do, and then get it reopened as fast as I can shut right now. Okay, when you pull forward, I'm just going to straighten out the steering wheel a little bit. Okay? Once Jason's moved the tractor to a pullout, he and Colin can turn to the trailer. Jake, can you go grab this flex hammer from the toolbox? Oh, to finish the job before sundown. Okay, good call in. Can't afford any more delays. I'm running the mighty rotator all by my lonesome with the help of my new trainee. Okay, that'll be good. Let's go to the back end. Just go put it by the rear drive tires right now. Please, we're going to do is just the way that it's sitting. Draw your little map. We have the road. We have the trailer unit sitting here on its side. I'm already positioned here to run the two big lines to flip it over. We'll put you up in this area here. Run your two lines down to it to pull it up the mountain. Okay? Okay, we're going to need that. I love that. This is where things are going to get a little technical and interesting for us. Back in BC, Jamie's dispatched his newest hire to a job east of Hope. I just like the tow. I just like to help out people. When they're in trouble. John has a heavy rescue resume, 20 years long, and he's promised he's the guy to keep the BC highways open. I need John to develop and become a Howie. Hopefully he can fill those boots. But unlike Howie, John has spent most of his career in the city. Jamie's business manager, Hendrik, hired John just a week ago. Good morning, everybody. We've called the first meeting of our new team in Hope. First, we've got John. John, welcome. Thank you, Andrew. John will be the heavy-duty driver class 1, and he will be taking the lead on all the major accident scenes. None of the other guys have worked with John, and I think that he's going to have to work with those guys and gain their trust. 5-0 is going to be assigned to John versus Ultron. I would be part of the driver, Bruce's old truck. I've got some big shoes to fill. It was on Highway 3, with Bruce's legendary blue 5-0 to rescue a wrecked snowplow from the Skagit River. This is my first week here. It's a big pride position for myself to prove that I can do the job. Prove to Jamie Davis that he's made the right decision, and hiring me, his number 2 today is Wayne Sahara. Oh, he's must have been a hell of a ride. It's like he didn't let it upside down in that water, hypothermia. The plow lost control on the icy curve across the eastbound lane. It did roll over, so you got to worry about hydraulic fluid. So we'll just keep an eye on it as we're pulling it out and make sure that nothing ruptures. Hopefully it doesn't. The path that we had to bring it back up, it was full of boulders and jagged rocks and maybe punctured the fuel tanks, which would then leak into the river, to avoid doing more damage. John needs to reach out and lift the plow vertically 5-0. It doesn't have an extendable boom. It can't boom out and lift at the same time. So we need a bigger truck to do this. Last spring, Jamie ordered a brand new 50-ton tandem axle HR116. It's lightweight, it does its job, just got the fruit strength, it's a machine, it's due to arrive any day, but not soon enough for this job. So 1 hour west of the wreck site, Jamie's brother Jason from Aggressive Towing heads out with his rotator. I always have this comfort zone in the back of my mind, where I can rely on my brother to come and give us a hand. Last season, Jason stepped in to take on a difficult recovery while Jamie was away. Jason's on his way, and with a wreck in the river, there's still a risk of contamination. So John and Wayne decide to drag it a few feet onto the bank. Hold it, stop pulling, shop of it. They're not even biting. They're not even touching the ground. See what I mean? The tires got to be right at the top. I've been through this with this truck, man. Yeah, I know that's good to know. I'm a bit cocky. I don't want to drive the big truck, but you will learn stuff from me. If you got too much pride to see that I've done it and been there, done it, I don't know how much pride. But no, I know he was hired to be the lead heavy driver. But that doesn't mean I can't do it. I might be a little bit alpha male stuff going on. I mean, he's been here longer. I'm the new guy. I've kind of put myself in a higher role than he is. I'm moving, just dragging him back. 750 miles northeast on Alberta's 831. I'm going to need that. Colin is rigging up for a big pull back and forth. Colin and his rookie that goes to there have to wrap straps around both ends of the 20,000-pound trailer loaded with pipeline valves. Okay, you got that? Get her up on top of the trailer. It's all you got to do for now. Okay, I know that you're the rookie up. You go bites. All right, Jake, right there. Just getting that into that gray strap. Yeah, hooked in. See, right now what we're doing is we're just in our lines looking for any kind of pinch points or anything. If the strap catches on the sharp edge of the trailer, it could snap that thing. Goes from under there. So Colin uses some scrap wood as a buffer. What line are we on here? Oh, this is the one thing I don't like is that corner. The trailer is so far off-road. Colin has had to max out his boom. He need to make sure you have the right guy on that rig, where we got blue and white sequences to not hood guy on that truck. So this sort of has me a little bit intimidated, but whatever. What could go wrong way far out? The further you've got that boom out, the more you have a chance of flipping the big record. Come on. Let's go watch yourself. In northern Alberta, Colin has his boom maxed out. Come on, he's gambled on an awkward angle to speed up the job. Oh, looking seafood doesn't get any sweeter than that. Okay, get the hooks off. Flip it. Give it a whip. There you go. See how that all came down. Good boy. Colin must now get the trailer back on the road. What we'll get you to do is we'll get you to winch it up. Okay? Like you can see how the trailer is, so sort of get your truck in on the same angle. Jason gets HR66 into position. Okay? Let's grab some wine here more. Okay? So give me lots of height, but he needs to lift it high enough so the landing gear doesn't dig into the ground. There's a problem with the hydraulics in Jason's boom. That's it. Just get disconnected, winch that up, and then just get it up into the space. I was going to get him to pull the front end, and I would pull the back end, and we'd have it done, and he could hook up, and away he'd go. But I basically had to pull the front end up myself. Yeah, just kind of pulling ahead enough and just keeping this lane. Because when I pull it out, I'm going to pull out of the way so that you can load it. I'm going to pull this out with that or that up with this. Call and moves the rotator down the highway. Colin quickly runs out of brew to finish the pull. He'll need the whole room. I'm going to have to definitely want to keep traffic flowing. You don't want to have to shut the highway down at all for any length of time. No more traffic northbound, please. I need an off stop. Okay, foreign, I'm moving on an icy stretch of BC's Highway 3. Yeah, I'm not pulling that. It's just too big for this truck. A sanding truck has smashed down into the Skagit River, like Colin Johns trying to prove himself, but he's struggling. This is a job either for a rotator or for a heavier truck. I'm hearing those about new record coming in from the manufacturer. It'll be nice to see a brand new wrecker and see what that looks like. But for today, instead of a personal victory, John's been waiting for backup. Jason Yuan here. You can pull in right behind me. Jamie's youngest brother, Jason, and his rotator Snowblack in the ditch. I guess the rotator will pull the nose of the snowplow out of the river while John's truck pulls from the side. Then a second line from the rotator will help lift the plow up the slope on these particular plow trucks. You can have two plows, there's one underneath, and they can attach one at the front. What we did is we hooked the chain up to the front plow pin. Are you ready? But the plow truck weighs 26 tons, and the front end has sustained major damage. Tabs, it's twisted, bent, and you can't predict that it's actually going to work. Is that a rock? That is, yeah, the vehicle was parallel the road. I wanted to turn to 90 degrees and take it straight back up. We have a long way to go. You want to bring your other line to here. Now you got two winch lines hooking onto this truck. You're double your lifting capability and your power. Right now we're going to stand her up really high and drag her up the bank. The good news is the truck has spilled its heavy load of sand brakes. Rolling brakes are off. Wow. The bad news, plow blade was lowered when the truck crashed. Watch out, man. That belly ball is going to hit the edge. We know that this particular plow truck was plowing the road when he went in the ditch. So that plow underneath the belly is going to be down. They need to pull from a higher angle to clear the edge of the highway. For that, they need more room. Look at the flagger to stop. People, tell him to hold all traffic for a second. We're going to pull this truck right across the road. Are we ready? Yeah, and reposition the rotator to give us a little bit more lift and more angle lift. It's straight up over the bang. The truck's toe pin still has the strength to withstand the 26-ton pull truck away from rocks and up, 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 up. This is where it's going to get hard. On Alberta's 831 trucks are backed up for miles. Colin McLean wrangles a trailer onto the road. Jason, you want to lower the landing gear, please? Okay. Good. Good. Jake, can you unhook that chain? It wasn't on the pavement. He was still in the ditch, and the trailer's still pretty heavy, hanging over the end of the bank with a trailer teetering. He needs to unhook and move to pull the back in. Still get out of the way. You can spend traffic, one last pull at home free, and should be good. Okay, we're good. Back up to this thing. Let's get this trailer out of here. Doing really good. And a lot of first winter job, that first rollover. Maybe it took an hour longer than I would have liked. 2 feet. But nobody's getting hurt, and nothing's getting wrecked. Okay, in good, you got tires are rolling. What I see of Colin, I think he's come a long way. He makes the decisions, he's got a great work ethic, and he gets the job done, Alberta, for the iceberg. And it's going to get worse from here on out. So, back in BC, traffic is backing up in both lanes of Highway 3, and this is where it's going to get hurt. As Jamie's brother Jason from Aggressive Towing lifts a mangled sand trap, but the truck's belly plow is digging into the edge of the road. Okay, start tightening up your lines for me. Tighten up the lines on HR 5.0 to hold the vehicle in place just in case something were to happen. And maybe it were to roll over on us. So we're okay. It ain't gonna go backwards anytime they come out. You're happy when the going gets tough. The tough keep